Hello, my fabulous diamond painting fanatics. I'm Dee Dee, and when you see this, you know what to do. Get your kits, get your drills, get ready, and let's drill with me because today I'm working on a piece you haven't seen me unbox. It's one of the first I ordered. It is a Huracan, as you can see by the nice cover paper. Luckily, it's a round. And let me insert a picture here. I just loved the simplicity in this painting. I love the old feel it gives you with the lovely flowers, which I've already finished some of. It is a 30 by 40. It has 35 colors and they are awesome and I love it. And you might as well notice that today are in a different angle because I got myself an easel. Well, Sinterklaas gave me an easel and these symbols are nice and readable, but because of the quite low coloring to the field, with my light coming directly from above, I couldn't really see them. So I was leaning in a lot of the times. So I thought, let's try the easel. And I got myself, on the bottom part, I got one of the nice foam cores to make sure my canvas is on a flat surface. Well, kind of flat and not hitting any hard edges. So there it is, and I stuck it to the top with a little packing tape, which I use for my packages when I need to send some back. So I started working on this one, I believe it was last Friday. Today is Monday, but I had two 12-hour shifts, two 12-hour weekend shifts, and you know how much I like those. And if you're wondering, it might just be that the color I just poured in my tray, that there's nothing in here, but you know how I work, and that is by simply pouring color by color based on the DMC codes, and if they're not in, they're not in, and I'm okay with that. But I got lucky, I found one, there it is. So yeah, it takes some getting used to working on a slanted surface and working up a bit, but I do like it. I can rest my hands on the easel. Because of the thick foam core I placed on it, the edge is quite soft and it doesn't hurt the canvas if I'm pressing down on it, so that's good. Yeah, I like it. It seriously took some getting used to, because the first day I was completely sore after just an hour of drilling, and normally I can drill for hours and hours and hours, and at the moment it takes some time, but hey, it's okay. Yeah, but with the 12-hour shifts I didn't get much drilling in anyway, so I worked 5 day shifts in a row. I can tell you right now, just give me 5 nights, 5 evening shifts, I don't care. Just don't give me 5 day shifts, because I'm completely broken. They just drain all the fun out of me. They just drain the life away from you. No, it's just, I can't seem to go to bed early. I always stay up late, even though I need to go to bed early, because I do need to work. I'm always busy doing stuff, and yeah. Before you know it, it's past midnight and my alarm goes off at 5:45 in the morning. So not a lot of sleeping on my end last week, but I was kind of proud because I went to the hockey match on Thursdays. Luckily they won. They played horrible. Honestly, it was a pain to watch. But after second period, I was cold, I was tired, and the game sucked. So I just went home. And I went to bed, and the third period tied, so they had to go overtime and then shootouts. By the time there was a winner, I was nice in my warm bed, getting ready to fall asleep. So I'm quite impressed with myself for not staying for the entire game, but just saying, you know what, let's just call it a night. I went home and I was happy I did. So that was on Thursday, and on Friday my friend called me to ask if I wanted to have some wines with her because her entire fridge was full, because she was celebrating her birthday the day after, which I was gonna attend after my 12-hour shift. So I told her I couldn't because I needed to sleep, because those 12-hour shifts, they just kill you. They seriously do. And last Saturday was kind of a busy shift. It went all right. And afternoon, by the time I wanted to go and have some lunch, all hell broke loose. Of course. So I had my lunch at 5 p.m. I was very happy. I had a banana at 10 in the morning. So yeah, I was hungry. I was angry with one of my colleagues because in my opinion he didn't treat his patient right. But hey, I do care too much, people tell me. It's not a good quality to care if you're a doctor. No. Luckily, I don't mind what they're telling me. I can't do my job without caring for them. And I like to just chat with them. And if that makes me a horrible doctor, so be it. It's my job. I fit it in the way I wanted to. But yeah, so busy. Went to the birthday party afterwards, so was home around 12 p.m., so around midnight. We had some snow. Yeah, it snowed. It definitely snowed. The streets were white. It was like the frozen snow, so it was kind of slippery. And knowing that I had to work and it hadn't been over 0 degrees Celsius the entire week so far, so it was a bit of a cold week. I knew the snow was gonna stick and there was gonna be snow when I needed to go to the hospital the next morning. And I don't mind driving in snow. I just take it a bit slower, don't use the brake as much, just let the car roll when you think you're gonna spin. Luckily I never spinned, but hey. Unfortunately, not all of my fellow travelers that morning feel the same way about snow. So I actually had some people who were driving 50 kilometers an hour on the highway, where we can do 130 normally. And we go by kilometers an hour, not miles. I don't even know how fast that's gonna be in miles, but yeah, big difference. And the funny part was that they were driving slow on the only lane without any snow on it. So we have mostly 2 lanes in the Netherlands, and the right lane was completely snow free, so it was easy to drive on. And of course you'll take it slow. I'll go like 110 on those in those sections, keeping it slow but not really stopping. But yeah, then I needed to go and pause them, and the left lane was completely filled with snow, and the nice frozen snow that's all kinds of slippery. Yeah, you know the one I'm talking about, the ones we all hate. So yeah, that was a big pain in the butt. Come on, don't flip on me. Yeah, so I also got my large trays. Well, large tray. I ordered a set of 2, and I got one that's broken. Let me show you. Look, there's a little crack right there. You can see the little crack. I contacted the seller and they're gonna refund me for it. So all settled, but now I need to make a PayPal account because I don't have one, and apparently the only refunds AliExpress sends you is while using PayPal. So I need to make one of those. That's one of the positive things about Wish. I'm hardly ever positive about Wish. But the good thing about it was that they refunded you straight to my checking account, so they would reimburse me without me having to fill in all kinds of forms. That was good. I needed it a lot, so that was nice. Not the fact that I needed it, but the fact it was so easy. But yeah, so I got those, and I can't believe I lived without them before, because your drills line up so perfectly. They really do. In the smaller ones I thought, well, what's the big difference? Small one, big one. But the ridges are much more defined, so they tend to go right side up much faster. It makes working easier for me. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, I'll most likely I'll just message the seller that I only need a refund for one, because the other one is just fine and I can use it. And it wouldn't feel good if I got the entire thing refunded. That's the only one I'm using with lots of joy, so I shouldn't get it for free. That's not good. So yeah, that's what's been going on in my life. A bit. Snow was, of course, it was gone by the time I got out of the hospital that evening. So I couldn't even play with it or walk in the forest while there was snow. So that was a bit of a bummer. Work was good. Didn't do an awful lot because we had a lot of doctors and not a lot of patients. There were more during the weekend, and of course in the weekend you're all alone. Well, me and my boss, so alright, I wasn't alone, but yeah, so I had a lot of work during the weekend, and during the week I just had one patient, so that's just fine. A slow day, kinda. But I did get to go on a the ambulance with one of my patients. He had a accident and he needed to be transported to a trauma center. And it was an emergency transfer. So then they need to have a doctor present to help out if needed. So I gotta go on the ambulance. And lucky for me, I had to face the wrong way, so I was driving backwards. And when you're doing 150 kilometers an hour, trust me, you want to know where you're going, because you can't really see what's happening in front of you. And somehow I do like the control. Strange, isn't it? Who would have thought I was a control freak? Nobody. Absolutely nobody. Nope. Yeah, bit of a control freak, so I'm the kind of person, if I'm driving next to you, or well, when you're driving and I'm in the passenger seat, I'll give you all kinds of tips and I'll actually brake even though there's no brake. I'm horrible like that, I know. But yeah, it was fun to do, and I got to see one of my old colleagues because he works in that hospital, so that was nice. I liked seeing her again. But yeah, let me pause you for a sec. Sorry guys, I had to plug in my phone. You didn't notice it, but I was running low on the battery. And I think anyone that would see me sitting like this right now, they would really laugh at me, because I've got the tripod standing on the desk with my phone hanging over, and I've got an extra light pulled up so you can see what I'm doing. And I do think the light is quite alright. It's easy for me to see. I hope you like it as well. It's something new I wanted to try because it's harder for me to get a good position with my tripods and the painting being on my easel. But yeah, I was talking about my old colleague, and she's one of the nicest persons I know, and I really loved working with her. She's in neurology, and I worked in the ER at that time, and we really, yeah, she's just a nice person. We both like to work out as well, and yeah, she always makes me feel yeah, how I'm gonna put it correctly, she's always extremely pretty. Doesn't matter what shift she has, she looks like $1,000,000. Hair all nicely done, makeup nicely done, and then I walk in with, if you're lucky, I put on some mascara, and my hair just tied back, high ponytail. So yeah, it's quite funny to see us walking together because he's kind of looking perfect, and I'm just rocking my just out of bag look. And well, she's nice, and she doesn't make you feel less. It's nothing she does, but it's just so amazing that she finds the time and has the patience to do all that. for a day of work. It would literally take me 3 hours to get my hair to look like hers and my face to look like that. And just putting on the makeup. I'm not good at putting on makeup. And so yeah. So it was always fun working with her. She really cares about her patients as well. And yeah, she always does everything. Like me, she can't really help it, but she's upset when one of her patients goes sideways. She really gets upset as well, and so I always had someone to talk to when we worked together, because she understood where I got my feelings from. She has the same ones, so that's nice, just having a little partner in crime. But yeah. And oh, good news, I picked out, well, I'm planning my holiday for next year. I'm going to do a road trip with my friends. We're gonna go to Scotland, visit the northern parts, just rent a car and then go all the way up north and do a little road trip together. And she wants to rent an RV. I can't drive a large car. I can't, I suck at it. And I've never driven on the left side of the road. So that's gonna be fun. I told her she was gonna drive the busy parts, because I was not gonna go first time on the left all the way through Edinburgh. I was not gonna do that. I do not want to kill someone when I'm on holidays. But hey, we'll see. We're planning and I'm really looking forward to it. We get each other, and she's one of my dear friends. And since we're both single, we can do a night girls week out. Just do all kinds of fun stuff. Hit the pub. Might even find myself a nice Scottish boy. I don't know. All things could happen, right? Yeah, the boy really not gonna happen, but it's okay to dream. Unfortunately, today I found out that dreams really are just dreams. I had a training session planned for today, and I dreamt last night that I was working out with my trainer, and I'm quite strong in my legs, but I really hardly have any upper body strength. So that's something I know. But then in my dream I had to do all kinds of things with my arms, and it was going extremely well, and I was so strong, and I was actually complaining to him that he needed to up the workout because it was too easy. And yeah, really nice dream. And then reality hit me. I needed to do arms today, and I just died. I mean, seriously guys, it felt like my arms were just 3 times as big. They were made out of lead, and I hardly could do anything. So yeah, good wake-up call. It's alright, it's alright. I wasn't really feeling it today. It was a bit of a slow workout. But yeah, we can't be 100% all the time. And I was okay with it. I was tired. I just wanted to get my workout done. And yeah, I might just go hit the gym another time this week, just doing something else, trying to do some more leg work, because I'm pretty sure I won't be able to feel my arms for the next week. Last week the muscle ache was so bad that I could hardly walk down the stairs. My legs almost gave way, and we also did some abs. We did some abs, and yeah, my abs hurt so much that every time I sneezed I had to hold my tummy because it was hurting me. Yeah, my colleagues had a good laugh about it. All the things we do to look pretty in dresses. Yeah. We women are just insane. Men are as well, but we women were a whole different class. All the things we do to make guys think we're pretty and fun and stuff. Yeah. Maybe I should try harder, because I'm not really successful at it. But I decided a long time ago that if I wanted to look good, I wanted to look good for myself and not for anyone else. And that all comes from my lovely ex-boyfriend. Yeah. But it's almost Christmas, guys, and I still need to mail my Christmas cards. And I'm really hoping that they're gonna arrive on time. And I do have them, I just forget to mail them. Yes. That's what I am. I forget things like that. But hey, it's... if I don't send them, they don't know I bought them, so... But we'll see. I've got them, so... and I've got an entire day off tomorrow, which most likely will be filled with editing, because I'm filming this one. I filmed an unboxing this morning. A very, very, very pretty painting. I placed some other orders for paintings as well. I ordered my second ever moment. I found a store which was insane. I'm in love with this design. It's extremely dark, and then in the light you can see all kind of clocks, and I found it, and in the 50 by 50 I wanted it. It was 18 euros, so I had it on my wish list, and today I found it, the exact same picture, a 50 by 50 for 13 euros. So yeah, I'm really wondering what the quality is gonna be on that painting, and I'm really hoping that I'm getting lucky and that store really is gonna give me some quality. And of course you'll know And just to be sure that I'm not basing my opinion of that company on just one canvas, I ordered another one, slightly smaller one, which also had an extremely nice price for a, that's a 30 by 45, and I paid under €9 for it. So if the quality is good, this store really is, well, the store is cheap, and if they're giving you good quality, then I most likely will order some more from them, because they have awesome paintings. It's the Thunder Deal store, something like that. And of course they do not only sell, they drop ship, but somehow they're less expensive than the original seller, which I do not mind. I just like my canvases, and I like them to get there in good quality, for as low as price as possible. So yeah, really hoping that this company gives me some nice quality, and I'll find myself some more nice paintings there, because I do love their pictures. Yeah, so I said that I might just go slow on ordering diamond paintings. Of course it didn't work out. I ordered you've got those very well-known trees, the abstract trees with all the seasons, and I found those in Special Gems. So I ordered those. I ordered another mandala in Special Gems. I ordered one of the Eiffel Tower. Yeah, so I did do a lot of ordering, but I'm still not on my set budget for the month. And payday's coming up, so I'm good. Yeah, so we all know this is a Hooligan painting, and we all know they have some drill issues with their squares. The one I'm working on is a round, and besides finding like all kinds of different colors in just one bag, which is quite easy, I can pick them out, I haven't found a lot of drills with holes in them, or extra bits sticking up, so that's nice. And the rounds really do go in quite nicely. So I'm pretty happy with this canvas so far, but it is confetti galore. That's the only way I can describe this one. It is so many color changes all the times. I think in every section I worked on I used all of the 35 colors. So that's a bit different, but I do not mind it. I do mind the large sections of the one color. That really just numbs my brain. Oh man, so I was just telling you that there were hardly any with holes in it, and I'm just looking at the most ginormous cavity ever. I can put the entire thing in. My tweezers just go in there, so that's quite large. Yeah, and Christmas is coming up, and most likely I'll be going to my parents for the 25th and the 26th, and I might even stay there, sleep over. And I actually think that I will take one diamond painting with me just to work on it when we're not doing games, because we always play games at Christmas. And on the 24th I might have dinner or an evening with one of my friends. This is the first year since I can remember that I'm not cooking part of the Christmas dinner at my parents' place. I just didn't feel like it. It always gives a lot of stress. My mom's kitchen isn't as equipped as I would like my kitchen to be, so I'm always missing stuff, which means that most of the time I just, when I go over to my parents for Christmas, I end up almost taking my entire set of knives, my set of tools, and all kinds of stuff with me, because I'm pretty sure they don't have it. And I know at them times I'd forget just the one thing I really needed. Yeah, you know how it goes. So this year I'm just going to take it slow. My mom's gonna cook. I had a little taste of the starter and it was good, because my mom always tries out Christmas dinner on forehand, just to make sure that everything is good. So yeah, that's my plans for Christmas. I'm wondering what you guys are gonna do this Christmas. If you're gonna visit your family or just gonna stay at home. So tell me in the comment section, what are you gonna do for Christmas? Because I would love to know. And to keep in the Christmas feeling, the holiday feeling, let's keep it going. I found a nice Christmas tag, and I thought we could do some of these questions today. And I think I can finish it up or I could do the rest of the questions, the ones we don't get to today. I can do them on Drill With Me. I'm filming next Monday, so the 24th. So the first question is, and I'm actually trying to look through my tripod. What is your favorite Christmas carol? Oh, that's an easy one. Carol of the Bells. I really love those. I love the adaptation that Lindsey Sterling did on it. And oh, how's the song called? The piano guys did this ginormous piece with a choir. Let me just try to find it. Let's see what it's called. Angels from the Realms of Glory. It's one of the songs I usually go to church on the 24th in the evening, but I think I'm just gonna skip that this year. But we always end with this song, and well, of course we'll do it in Dutch, but I love that adaptation as well. It's just happy memories for me. So yeah, Carol of the Bells, and then I really love the Lindsey Sterling adaptation of it. She gave it a quite modern spin, and it's just a musical instrument thing, but it's awesome. And then Angels from the Realms of Glory. I do love that one. So those are my favorite Christmas carols. Which Christmas candles are my favorite? Well, at the moment I'm burning my first Christmas candle ever. So yeah, that is my favorite one so far, but I'm not really sure that's gonna count. So let's just skip that question and go with number 3. What's the best gift you have ever received for Christmas? Oh, the last time we did Christmas gifts, it's been such a long time. When we were younger, because I told you guys we celebrate Sinterklaas, and in my family we do the gifts at Sinterklaas and not with Christmas. But when we were younger, Sinterklaas would come to my grandparents on my father's side, and somehow we got Santa Claus to come to my grandparents on the other side. So that was really when we did a lot of we got a lot of presents, because otherwise we would have gotten presents 3 times in just a week. Now there were 2 weeks in between. So yeah, it was kind of insane thinking back, because yeah, we got a whole lot of presents during December when I was younger. And now we just celebrate Sinterklaas. But the best gift I ever got, oh, I got a diary. When I was young, I got a diary. I really, most of the time I got craft stuff, because that's what my grandparents really like to give us. My grandma is the only one left now, and she now gives us, because Santa Claus isn't coming to her anymore because we're all grown up, but yeah, and now we're older, we don't need all the presents, but she feels sad about it, so she will give us some really nice bonbons, so chocolates, and the real good chocolates, with all kinds of nice fillings. And yeah, oh, those chocolates, they're good, they're really good. So I'll be looking forward to that, even though I can't eat it because I'm still on the diet. I don't want to be on a diet during Christmas, but I've got Sinterklaas gave me a whole lot of chocolate this year, like a ginormous amount of chocolate, and I haven't opened anything yet. I might tonight when I watch another episode of Code Black. Have you guys seen that series? Code Black. It's about an ER in Los Angeles, and that's how I really hope that the emergency medicine system in the Netherlands will be as sophisticated like as that in the future. The chances of us getting a Code Black are quite slim, because we have a primary care system before you get into the ER. So most patients just see a GP who's on call, and they have their own kind of ER, but they just see patients who are just coughing, who have a bad strain or something like that, something small, just to keep the emergency department from overflowing and really keep it full and all capable for the real emergencies. And besides that, that part of the care is free in the Netherlands. When you have your insurance, it's free. So you can visit your GP. You need to have insurance, of course, and we all do. The Dutch system just has insurance for medical care, but you having to pay ginormous amounts on medical treatment isn't something we do here. It's covered mostly. Some experimental treatments that you need to pay for, but just about all kinds of things. The dentist, you can go to the dentist. It's good. But yeah, I really like that in that series the emergency physicians really are the boss, and they're awesome. And yeah, I would love to be like that one day. Just so yeah, I might open some chocolate because we were talking about best Christmas gifts. Yeah, my diary, I think I got it when I was 7. And chocolate my grandma now gives us. What is my usual plan for Christmas? Well, I told you. Usually I would go to church on the 24th. We have an evening service, and the church is all dark, and there are candles, and there's lots of singing, and there's a nice choir. Yeah, I really love going there, but I'm not going. It's gonna end up in me staying 3 days with my parents, and I can't handle that. I think I've got an extremely loud family, and it really strains me, and I'll have to work the days after Christmas, so I want to give just a little me time in between. So usually we go to my parents on the 25th, so that's first Christmas day in the Netherlands, and on the second day of Christmas we have the rest of the family over, or we're gonna visit them, and my entire family is or gonna be with 13 people, so just small family, but we come together, we play games, we eat, we drink, we have a good laugh. So that's a real nice thing we do, and I really do love how we manage to keep the family together, because it's my cousins. So my cousins, my aunt and my uncle and their kids, they're gonna be there. And my sister and her boyfriend and my parents. So not a large amount of people, but it's Ohana. How do I decorate my Christmas tree? Well, I don't have any. I'm not gonna get one. I find it a waste of time and money since I'm home alone and away most of the Christmas. So I'm really not gonna be bothered by putting up a Christmas tree. I do have some Christmas decorations. Sometimes I put them up and sometimes I don't. But this year I'm not gonna do it because I'll be working for most of those holidays, or all the days leading up to the holidays anyway, so I'm not really gonna be able to enjoy it. So I'm not gonna bother with it. Let's just see. What is my favorite Christmas? Well, the next question is, what is my favorite Christmas movie? I'm gonna answer that in a sec, and if you're just wondering why there are more drills on the canvas, well, that's because I'm having one of those days. Meaning, first my battery almost died on me, then my storage space seems to be, well, ran out. I ran out of storage space. So it stopped. And I think I talked for more than half an hour afterwards. So yes, for the second time, I'm gonna answer what my favorite Christmas movie is. And that is The Holiday with Cameron Diaz, Jude Law, and I had trouble first time remembering her name, and now I'm drawing a blank as well. Kate Winslet. I do love that movie. It's the movie where Kate Winslet and Cameron Diaz both just had a rough time, and for the Christmas, the week leading up to Christmas, they're gonna exchange houses, and I love that movie. I really do. And I also love, and it's one of my Christmas traditions, I love the Disney's Christmas Carol version. I got it on DVD. Before that, my parents recorded it for me, and I watch it every year, and I love it. So that's this year. I will definitely watch it again. But it's, yeah, I just love the Christmas version of it. And it really made me sad when in the Disney version, the son of Mickey Mouse dies in the Christmas future. Yeah, it really made me sad. It makes me sad every time. And even though I've watched it a million times, most of the time I need to blow my nose and wipe away some little tears because it's just sad, but I loved it. I love that movie. Dum, 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 dum. The next one is, have you ever celebrated Christmas alone? The answer is nope. I never celebrated Christmas alone. I did work some Christmases, but then I found some time to spend with my family in between. So I would wake up early, go to my family, have a full Christmas dinner as breakfast, and then go to work. But I've never been alone on Christmas. Which track is your favorite? And now I'm assuming that they mean the Christmas tracks you hear on the radio all the time. And that's the Where Are You Christmas by Faith Hill. I really love that one. The next question is about my tree, and you know I don't have a tree, so we're gonna skip that. And then we got, which is your favorite Christmas fragrance? I don't have one, so easy one for me as well. And then is, what do I like most during Christmas? That's just spending time with my family, even though it is exhausting. I really do love those days. When I still lived at home, we used to have those large jigsaw puzzles, and me and my dad would work on it together. And we would have the radio station on one of the best Dutch traditions by now, because one of our radio stations has the top 2000 of all time. So all languages, all music, all everything, everyone can vote. And yeah, they start on the 25th most of the time, and they end with the final notes of the number one right before midnight on the 31st. And as always, because some things never change, this year's number one is Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. And they plan the entire thing so that I think it's 5 to 10 seconds before the clock strikes midnight, the song's over. And yeah, it's a tradition. We always listen to it. We have all radios in the house on it, and you just go from one room to the other with the same amazing music. And when my dad and I used to do those jigsaw puzzles, he would talk about the music that was on the radio, because most of it, and especially when I was younger, most of the music was the old music. So the music my mom and dad used to listen to, because the radio station is a radio station that's primarily for the older listeners. It's not really a popular radio station with young people, but during Christmas the entire week leading up to the end of the year. I think just about everyone listens to that radio station, and now we get some newer songs in there as well. So we even got some, you can switch from listening to Hartwell the DJ or Martin Garrix the DJ, and then we would go to some old school French chanson, or we could switch to the Beatles. And yeah, I learned a lot about music listening to that list over the years, and each year you find a new pearl, a new song that really hits you. I really like Bohemian Rhapsody. I do love it, but it's not my favorite. It's definitely not my favorite. My favorite is All Time Music, Mark and Clark Band's Worn Down Piano. I just love that one. And then we get Simon and Garfunkel, Sound of Silence. That's a good one as well. And yeah, so you go from the one extreme to the other, and the mix is real nice, and you hear people's stories, and they go on 24/7 for the entire week, and the list just keeps going and going. And I think most people just listen to it. Even for a second, they listen to it. But yeah, you could even get a reminder when your song, the songs you voted for, are on. You can see the entire list, so you know which song is gonna come up. That's in that hour. You can even look up a song and see when it's gonna be played, because it's extremely planned. So you could even see that a song would be played at the 28th at 3:33 a.m. Yeah, if that's your song, that sucks, because well, you either just need to set your alarm, or you need to deal with it and listen to it on another time. But it is my favorite part of Christmas, and it's a real nice Christmas tradition. Question number 12 is another repeat, because I already told you I celebrate my Christmas with my family. Then number 13, last time, when did you celebrate White Christmas? They do mean a snowy Christmas, right? I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. When I was younger, I would have a extremely large window in my room, and I would sing "Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow," and believe I could make it snow. It's a bit warmer this week than last week, but it is still possible. But I'm not getting my hopes up. If there is snow, you betcha I'm gonna be a lot of time with my family, because my mom and I most of the time then walk with the dogs in the forest. That's something we do when there's snow. So yeah, if there is, I'm gonna be spending more time than I originally planned at my family's. And if there's not, well, there will be snow another time. And let's just hope it stays down, it stays white for a little bit longer, not just one night. But we'll see. We can't plan it. It's never gonna be a ginormous amount of snow because, well, we can't handle it. We're not used to it and we can't handle it, like I told you before. The entire country just stops because we can't drive and the trains won't drive. And everything just stops working because we get traffic jams so bad that I think there's hardly any roads available for you to go on without hitting a traffic jam. Even the smaller roads. That's how bad things get here. And then we're talking about 10 centimeters of snow. So that's no massive amount of snow. Definitely not. But even when there's 2 centimeters of snow, people freak out. Which is your favorite cuisine at Christmas? I like the French cuisine most. I think this year my dad is gonna make something on his barbecue. My dad loves to barbecue. And he even does it during the winter. And last year we had some amazing salmon from the barbecue. And we had some other nice things he made before that. I usually do the dessert. What did I do last year? Oh, I made a trifle last year. A trifle with a white chocolate mousse. I made a lemon drizzle cake to go underneath, and then we had some passion fruit in there as well. It was real good. It was real good. It wasn't as awesome as the Christmas dessert I made for my friends when we had our Christmas dinner at my place, because I made like the chocolate bomb that melts. But hey, you can't have it all. Alrighty. So let's do 2 more questions and then I'm gonna call it a night for you. Number 15. Which flavor of cake do you like the most at Christmas? Normally my parents would get a whipped cream profiterole. I do not like this. They're just bland, there's no flavor to it, but that's what we usually get. When my grandma was still alive, she used to make us her cake, and I can't even translate it because my nana's cake was amazing. She called it her lange vingertaart, it's called in Dutch, and it's made out of cookies, the sponge fingers, I think that's what they're called in English, and she would layer them with a coffee buttercream, and buttercream is way too fancy for what my grandma did. because she just mixed butter with coffee, but it was the best cake ever. And then she would soak all those sponge fingers in coffee as well, and then she would sprinkle all of it with chocolate sprinkles, and that's the most amazing cake and my favorite cake during Christmas. Even as a kid, we all loved that cake. And when my grandma wasn't capable of making them anymore because she got Alzheimer's on the forehand, and so she forgot how to do it. I had made it with her a couple of times, but I didn't want to do the cake exactly the way she did because I wanted to do a proper buttercream for it. So I made a proper buttercream for the cake, and it still tastes similar. It's just a bit lighter than eating all this butter. And usually I make it for Christmas. I'm not really feeling it this year, but I might just do it. I'll need to think about that. But that's my favorite flavor of cake. At Christmas, well, yeah. At Christmas definitely, but when I'm with my family, I just want that cake because that's the cake. If my grandma wanted all of us to come, she would simply just slightly mention that she was going to make that cake, and everyone was going to be there. All my cousins, their boyfriends, husbands, children, everyone was going to be there. And then she had her house full just because she was making that cake. And we always had second helpings of that cake, so that's most likely what I'm gonna do if I'm feeling up to it. I might do it with my friend because we're gonna do Christmas Eve together. So I might just cook with her. We both like cooking, standing in the kitchen, making things. So I might just do that. It stays good for a couple of days. So yes, I might do that. Have you ever done anything evil or bad during this time? I think anyone that would answer no is lying, because as a child you would wish for a bigger present, or you would be mean to your siblings. So yeah, but something serious, no. But on the other hand, I've never done anything seriously harmful to anyone before. That's just not in my nature. I wanted to one year. Oh God, I wanted to. My boyfriend broke up with me just before Christmas because he didn't want to be in a relationship. He wasn't ready for it. So, alright, yeah, that's his opinion. It sucked, but hey. And at Christmas he posted a picture on Facebook celebrating Christmas with my new love. Yeah, I think I almost threw up right when I saw that. Literally, I started throwing up when I saw that picture. Oh man, I wanted to strangle the guy. Luckily, I didn't. I couldn't. I was too upset. But yeah, that sucked. Then that's the one time I really wanted to hurt someone. Just out of anger. Alright, we'll do another one because I wanted to finish this color. Alright, let's finish up to question number 20. I'm on the flow. It's gonna be a long one, this one. What is the message Christmas does bring to you? Love your family, love the people around you. Just be good to another. And try to be a good person. And that's the rules I live by all year, but at Christmas I think that's being together, doing something good for the world or your neighbors or whoever who's in need. I think that's what I want for Christmas. I even gave away most of my Christmas presents from work. The hospital we work in, we get this present each year and we can pick it out. We get a couple of points we can spend in the store. And I've really didn't find anything that I needed or really wanted. There was something small that I really liked, so I got that, and the rest of my points I gave to charity. I think I gave it to the food bank we have. I have a special connection to that charity. When I was in university, I would volunteer there quite often, so I have a connection to that charity, and I just all the points that were left, I gave that away. There was nothing I couldn't buy myself, and it's nice to get stuff, but it's also not necessary. I get paid to do my job, and I honestly don't need more than that from my boss. So, yeah. I think that's the Christmas message, right? Being good to each other and caring for them, and yeah. Do you feel motivated during this time of year? Most of the times I don't. I just overthink everything that's happened last year, and I try to come to terms with things that happened. Be thankful for all the things that happened, like you guys. I'm thankful for that. But yeah, so my motivation starts in the new year. So 1st of January, I always start with an entire list of things I want to do, I want to work on, and the list is always insanely long, and of course I never finish it, but yeah, it's the thought that counts, right? 19. When do you actually start shopping for Christmas? Well, since we don't do the present thing I don't really need to do a lot of Christmas shopping, but most of the time I need to buy a lot of food for Christmas. So, and that's those things I order and get the day in advance. So everything's fresh and good to go. Um, but there's not a lot of Christmas shopping for me to do. I want to do a little. Oops, we're skidding. The apes is working great. Can't you see? I want to give my mom and my sister one of the charms I'm making. And I'm really hoping that some of the things are coming in this week. So, kind of hoping they are, so I can make the charms the way I want them to. But we'll see if otherwise I'll make something else. Nope, that's not here. That one is. Dum dum dum. One of the memorable events had happened during last Christmas. Oh, that was the first Christmas my sister's boyfriend joined us. And that time I hardly knew him. And he made a quite nasty comment on me being single. Yeah, he made a real good impression. But he's a nice guy, and I forgave him. So that was definitely memorable. What's more? I don't know, last Christmas was quite uneventful. There didn't really happen much. Oh, I beat my parents at our new game. When I was working nights in one of my first jobs, when we had a slow shift, we would play this game, and it's extremely unknown, so hardly anyone knows it. Even in the Netherlands, it's made locally, and it is my favorite game. It is something that I'm good at, so that's also nice. But I got that game for my birthday last year, and I took it with me to my parents, and I think we all played it like 100 times those 2 days. My parents loved it so much that they actually bought, and my dad wanted to get it for himself, so they have one as well. And their set is mostly at my sister's at the moment, because he's also hooked. So that's something we'll definitely be doing, but it's a new tradition. We're not doing jigsaws anymore. We're doing that game. So yeah, that was question number 20. I really hoped you enjoyed this very, very, very long drill with me, with some little bumps on the road. I'm really loving this painting. It looks awesome in my screen when I look at the viewfinder. I will link this picture in the description section for you. So please let me know what your plans are this Christmas. And if I'm not catching you again before Christmas, I would like to wish you a very Merry Christmas. I hope you enjoy the Christmas days. Enjoy everything you'll be doing, sharing the good food, some nice wines. Whatever you're doing, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you make some lovely memories this year. Wishing you all the best. I'm thanking you again for being my subscriber or viewer, and I really hope you'll have an awesome Christmas. So let me just say Merry Christmas to you all. Make this Christmas a special one. Make the upcoming year a special one, and keep the Christmas thoughts in mind, guys. Be nice to each other. Be nice and be of good heart. The world will be a better place. Love you guys. Bye bye.